Imagine living in a place where beauty doesn't merely exist and the streets are more radiant than diamonds. It comes in a million-dollar boom of engines. Greetings from Monaco, the playground of supercars driven by affluent women. Every bend in the coastline here exudes strength, style, and the kind of opulence that most people can only imagine. Women in this city set trends rather than following them. Every entrance resembles a scenario from a contemporary royal parade, complete with custom-built Ferraris and gilded Lamborghinis. However, beyond the glitz and flashbulbs is a world that few people ever see, where power is determined by style and horsepower rather than titles. Stay with us because what you're going to see will completely redefine what it means to be strong, attractive, and unstoppable. Remember to turn on the bell symbol, subscribe to channel, and like this video, because they might all be overshadowed by the next arrival in Monaco. Some locations are made to display riches. Monaco, however, elevates luxury to the level of art. Sunlight dances on the metallic curves of million-dollar supercars, making every street and corner of this Mediterranean gem feel like a living runway. And the show's undeniable stars are women. The whole city is their stage, therefore they don't require spotlights. From the glistening yacht docks of Port Hercule to the marble steps of the Casino of Monte Carlo, millionaire women drive out of their Rolls-Royce Phantoms and Ferrari Romas with a confidence that can quiet a throng. Like Monaco's heartbeat, every high-heeled stride reverberates across the city, strong, graceful, and steady. The scent of expensive perfume, the sound of handcrafted engines, and the sea breeze fill the air here. Tourists pause, their phones up, but it's not simply beauty they're attempting to capture. It's there. The sort of alluring aura that only ladies who are aware that they have achieved the highest level of privilege and elegance can possess. They wear power in addition to fashion. Every designer shape and diamond bracelet is an assertion of power in the world's most glitzy playground. A silent question, however, remains in the background behind the flashing cameras and glittering jewelry. This stage belongs to who? Are they self-made entrepreneurs who have achieved success in their fields? Or the enigmatic muses that stand next to Monaco's most influential men? Women who, with a single look, can steal the show. And the deep grumble of an engine pierces the crowd just as interest is reaching its zenith. A Bugatti in black. Lava Noir smoothly comes to a halt. The golden sunset is reflected on its mirror-like surface. Slowly, the door opens. Every camera, every breath freezes in that moment. A woman emerges with such a commanding presence that the city of billionaires is hushed. The story is just getting begun, and that is where it begins. You won't want to turn away from this story. Jewelry doesn't always shine on the wrist in Monaco. It occasionally roars down Moulin Boulevard. A Ferrari is more than just a means of mobility for the women of this glamorous city-state. It's a continuation of who they are, a powerful work of art that is more powerful than words. It's not about conceit when a lady drives a special pink Lamborghini Aventador, a Bugatti Chiron, or a McLaren Speedtail. It has to do with statements. These vehicles are more than just machines. They're professions of taste, independence, and status. Monaco's top women saw them as gold and carbon fiber crowns, but the others see horsepower and price tags. Every leather stitch and color is carefully selected. Their initials are stitched on a few interiors. Others have diamonds or rose gold inlay. These are not orders from the factory. These are individual signatures. These women float past like contemporary royalty on Monte Carlo's winding sunny roads. Every car tells her story. A Ferrari Ferrari's purr suggests sophistication. Rebellion is whispered by the thunder of a Pagani Huayra. Every sound turns into a powerful language. These engines proclaim that opulence in Monaco is performed rather than inherited as they reverberate through the tunnels built into the cliffs. However, beyond all the glitz, there's a deeper meaning, a message. Both physically and symbolically, these women are in charge of their own lives. They regulate the direction, speed, and wheel. In a society where males traditionally ruled, they are reinventing femininity and demonstrating that grace and achievement can coexist. Even still, The streets shimmer with headlights like diamonds strewn across black velvet as darkness settles over the Monte Carlo skyline. Whispers and camera flashes take the place of the V12 engine's echoes. A strange woman parks a golden Koenigsegg JCO somewhere among them. No announcement, no entourage. It's just her in a car worth more than most people make in a lifetime. Who is she? A movie star? An investor who keeps quiet? Or possibly one of Zeus's inner circle, women who are untouchable due to their charisma, connections, and automobiles? One thing is certain: as the engine cools and she vanishes into the night, but nobody can say for sure. Power doesn't gleam on a woman's finger in Monaco. At 200 mph, it accelerates. Style and speed are one and the same in Monaco. The most spectacular collision occurs between them. Every arrival is a show. In the film of luxurious living, each step is a meticulously crafted frame. Women don't just drive up here, they come. And it is that distinction that turns a street corner into a legendary occasion. Even before the engine stops, the choreography starts. The car door opens to display confidence in addition to style. Shoes clicking lightly against the marble sidewalks of Casino Square, diamond earrings glistening in the golden light, and billowing silk robes that catch the Mediterranean wind. It is captivating to see the contrast. Complete elegance behind the wheel, raw power under the hood. Each hue conveys a narrative. Deep sapphire McLarens gleaming in the Riviera sun, pearl-white Rolls-Royces signifying purity and status, and crimson Ferraris reflecting love. The cameras record an attitude in addition to the cars. It's all about expression, not excess. Every woman represents authority in her own unique way. Calm, effortless, and unforgettable. Influencers hold their breath. Luxury brands stealthily take notes, and photographers fill the streets. Because a flawless arrival is studied in Monaco, not just observed. The way she puts on her sunglasses, looks over her shoulder, and leaves. It's what contemporary royalty is all about. These women all have the same implicit power, whether they are CEOs or models. The power to draw attention without uttering a single word. Beneath the immaculate entrances and never-ending flashbulbs, however, lies something more profound. For many of these ladies, their appearance serves as a constant reminder of their accomplishments, of conflicts resolved behind closed doors or ventures that grew into empires. They are celebrating control, not performing for the sake of being liked. A unique scene appears as dusk falls on the Riviera. Silently, a black LaFerrari approaches the motel, sweetheart. A woman wearing a simple white outfit appears when the door opens. No entourage, no jewels. The assertion is the simplicity itself. The cameras froze. The crowd falls silent. She triumphs with modesty in a city that exalts luxury. And a whisper floats across the audience as she enters through the opulent doors. Who is she? Monaco's attractiveness lies in the fact that no one knows. It is never necessary for the true queens to introduce themselves. A mansion with a view of the sea is the ultimate fantasy in most cities. Some of the women in Monaco drive cars worth more than whole houses, so it's only the beginning. The driver is probably not a prince when you witness a golden Bugatti DVO gleaming under the Monte Carlo lights or a Pagani Huayra BC gliding down the Promenade de Monaco. It's a woman whose name unlocks doors in high-finance empires, fashion businesses, and boardrooms. These hypercars each convey a tale of extraordinary personalization and aspiration. One female millionaire is well known for her matte rose Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, which has her initials stitched into the seats. Another, a London-based venture capital queen, sent her Koenigsegg Jesko painted in liquid diamond silver, which is so uncommon that it changes color in the Riviera sun. Then there is the quiet collector who has a unique McLaren Sabre delivered to her rooftop terrace in private via helicopter. Price tags, however, are just the start in Monaco. The significance of these machines is what really intrigues me. Every automobile is a symbol of years of foresight, courage, and skill. These women did more than simply purchase luxury. They created the lives that enable them to control it. Their supercars are moving symbols of identity, strength, and triumph. They're not showing off when they pass the boats moored in Port Hercule. They are serving as a reminder of their progress. Nevertheless, the figures are astounding. Some of these cars cost over $5 million, which is more than the price of a Malibu beachfront mansion or a whole townhouse in Paris. However, these vehicles are hardly luxury items to their owners. They are legacy investments. Every wheel, turn, and flash of gold paint contributes to a personal brand that is known on all continents. The streets of Monaco become a silent auction of power as the night grows darker. Between marble walls, the thunderous boom of V12 engines reverberates. Before anybody can confirm, the car disappears into the tunnel, leaving behind just the echo of power and the scent of perfume. Crowds assemble, phones rise, and murmurs spread. That's her, the one with the $7 million Bugatti. This game of supremacy and elegance is far from over, as evidenced by the start of another engine somewhere out there. This race has no checkered flags, no awards, and no starting lines. However, all Monaco women are aware of its existence. Prestige is determined by presence rather than lap times in the silent competition that takes place every day on the marble streets of Monte Carlo. The drivers don't compete professionally. They are CEOs, billionaires, investors, and symbols of luxury who use their arrival as an opportunity to assert their dominance. The rivalry is mild but intense here. The engine of a limited edition Aston Martin Valkyrie roars through the winding roadways as a single woman arrives. A Ferrari SF90 Spider coated in liquid gold is used as a counter. It appears to outsiders to be simply another supercar parade. However, every automobile, color, and sound has a message for those who comprehend Monaco's secret language of wealth. Who is the real owner of this moment? This has nothing to do with ego or jealousy. It's about the art of being recognized and remembered without using words. Monaco's women are aware that the new currency is attention, and mastery is the ability to fascinate without even trying in a culture that is fixated on looks. Within minutes, a single well-placed appearance outside the Hotel Hermitage or Café de Paris might spark a social media frenzy. Timing, poise, and subtle planning are key to winning the silent race. Some arrive in the morning, allowing their hypercars' shiny colors to be illuminated by the Riviera sun. Others favor the nighttime when their entrance is transformed into a dramatic moment by streetlights and champagne reflections. There is simply power-sharpened elegance instead of chaos or noise. However, a subject that intrigues everyone is hidden beneath this elegant rivalry. Who actually controls the streets of Monaco? Is it the rarest automobile owned by a woman, the person who doesn't need to show off anything at all, or who has the most powerful connections? A white Bugatti Chiron silently pulls up in front of the casino one evening. There was silence. No photographers, no crowd. A woman wearing black velvet emerges from the automobile as the door opens, her eyes obscured by diamond-rimmed spectacles. Nobody moves or speaks. The quietest arrival wins in a metropolis full with pomp and bustle. Another engine emerges in the distance, poised to compete for the throne, just when you believe the race is over. In Monaco, whispers spread quickly, particularly when they feature strong women who possess both grace and speed. There is a hidden circle that few people ever see, behind the sparkle of the casinos and the roar of V12 engines. A private network of exceptional women united by a desire for control, power, and accuracy rather than social standing. The public never sees the locations where they gather. Candlelit lounges with a view of the water or private balconies above the Riviera. Supercars aren't awards here. They stand for freedom. Evidence that influence can travel just as quickly as speed. Although they refer to it as a sisterhood, it is more akin to an empire. Unstoppable, intelligent, and silent. Below, like devoted guards, these ladies talk about innovation, philanthropy, and business with their hypercars. Outshining one another is not the goal. Rising together is the goal. The mystery surrounding them hasn't been solved, though. No pictures, no lists, and no leaks. Additionally, The roar of synchronized engines reverberates throughout the city every few months when the night grows silent. Nobody dares to disrupt this hidden ritual. A person having connections to Zeus is at the head of that fleet. After that drive, what happens? Only the moonlight of Monaco knows. In Monaco, every narrative starts with a flash, and these women know how to make the most of it. On Casino Square, the atmosphere shifts as soon as a car door opens. Cameras raise, engines go silent, and all of a sudden everyone is watching. Every entrance is a strategic moment for the women of Monaco, where elegance meets tradition and each step becomes a part of a virtual narrative. Social media enhances their aura in addition to capturing their image. A video of a single woman getting out of her gold Lamborghini can take across social media feeds in a matter of minutes. However, strategy is hidden behind the glitz. These queens are aware that power comes from visibility. Their impact grows with every internet post, viewpoint, and whisper. However, not all forms of fame are made equal. Some of these ladies are masters of silence. They speak less and appear less, yet they always draw attention. Others take center stage and turn their presence into multi-million-dollar personal brands. Nevertheless, one face is constantly present in the backdrop. Never completely seen, never forgotten is Zeus. His image on a car window is enough to make headlines. However, who are these women that Zeus even moves with? The solution could appear in a camera's next flash. Zeus communicates by stillness, and the company he keeps in a world where money frequently shouts. A cluster of women who embody the spirit of Monaco's elite circle around him. They are more than just friends. They are investors, visionaries, and influential figures who transform luxury into strategy. In her own orbit, each one shines. A former racer turned entrepreneur, a benefactor influencing Monaco's cultural destiny, and a designer who built empires. They work together to create the subdued foundation of Zeus's might. It's not romantic gossip that connects them. It is a network based on mutual respect, intelligence, and aspiration. Conversations that take place in private rooms at the Hotel de Paris or on a silver yacht under the Monte Carlo skyline have an impact on markets, fashion businesses, and the art world in addition to the Riviera. These women are not dominated by Zeus. They increase the size of his empire in exchange for his empowerment. But every partnership has a secret. Nothing but looks, timing, and trust. No contracts, no public declarations. Some claim that Zeus's capacity to combine wisdom and beauty into a single vision is his genuine genius rather than his wealth. And as Monaco's engines go off for the night, the city is theirs, not just one ruler's. Luxurious living in Monaco goes beyond material possessions. It has to do with how you get there, how you move, and how you command silence without saying anything. Every Ferrari, every look, and every whispered rumor has become a part of the heritage of the women of this sparkling microstate who have redefined the definition of success. They are not wealth-enhancing accessories. They are the ones who designed it. Zeus is positioned at the middle of this golden constellation, not as a ruler over them, but rather as the lifeblood that unites ambition, beauty, and power into a single dynamic work of art. Together, they have created something far more significant than wealth or notoriety. A dynasty where every decision is a move on the most glamorous chessboard in the world, and elegance is strategy. Monaco, however, never sleeps. Another engine will roar to life somewhere tonight. Another queen will arrive, and this millionaire fairy tale will start a new chapter. Hit the like button, share your favorite moment, and subscribe to the channel before you go, because the narrative never stops here in Monaco. All it does is change gears.